Hello, it's Minnesota Ice Occupation Journal. It is Thursday, February 19th, 2026. It's about 10:20 p.m. Central Time. Another day out in Minnesota doing legal observing in my neighborhood on the east side of St. Paul. I did just a little over 2 hours, almost two and a half hours of foot patrol on the greater east side uh, of St. Paul. I did hear a lot of ICE activity driving around north area of St. Paul and near the Whipple building. They're active, they're moving, but their tactics are changing. I think that's something that should be noted. When Greg Bavino was in charge of everything, it was about bravado and photo ops and show of force and murdering people. They brought a film crew with them everywhere. He wore his stupid little Nazi coat, and it was all about the shock and awe of it, which frankly lost them a lot of PR. It was I honestly think they thought they were going to be cool, and people would think they'd be cool, show of force, and I think they greatly underestimated that Americans don't like jackbooted thugs and bullies overall. Even some of your conservative types, especially, you kill a person exercising their First and Second Amendment rights, doesn't play well with anyone. Tim Homan has definitely made it more of a recon, not necessarily stealth, but they definitely, instead of show of force, it's more of subtle fear tactics. Like they will have their vehicles, when we identify them, circle around a mobile home park or an apartment building multiple times throughout the day, or a church or a mosque or a place of worship. They do that a lot, or businesses where people of color work. A lot of just menacing. They fly drones overhead, helicopters all the time, less tear gas, pepper balls, that kind of thing. But they're out. I know at least one observer in Minneapolis was detained today, so they're still harassing observers when things happen. I don't know all the details of that, but I did hear about it from another observer in Minneapolis. And they've also moved a lot to greater Minnesota and rural communities and everything. They don't have the observer networks that Minneapolis and St. Paul and some of the larger suburbs have. But we're organized. We have, well, we're not organized in like a grand scheme. There's no grand Antifa conspiracy, as, the Trump administration would have you think. Antifa is an idea. I'm Antifa. Like, I'm against fascism. Any good American should be. But it's not, there's no dues to pay. I mean, if there was, I'd join, but there's not. It's just people in their neighborhoods taking care of their neighbors. It's really that simple. There's not some grand mystery to figure out. I see my neighbors in trouble, I help my neighbors, and so are thousands of other Minnesotans. That's all it is to it. My only real fear out of all of this is we've built some tremendous community networks, really gotten to know our neighbors, we're helping each other. My fear is, and this could be unfounded because people are being really great during all this, is once ICE pulls out of Minnesota finally, they will. They're not going to go away. They'll go harass another city, another immigrant community somewhere, sadly. Springfield, Ohio, Detroit, Philly, who knows? That we go back to kind of keeping to ourselves and not necessarily talking to our neighbors here in Minnesota. I was guilty of that, of not knowing my neighbors as well as I should have prior to it. A lot of that pandemic really made me be more cloistered, frankly. So I hope the silver lining of this horrible time is that these community networks we built, we use to continue community. Because this community togetherness, taking care of each other, this is how we beat the rich assholes that are ultimately at the heart of all of this. So, something to think about. Let's foster these communities. Community collectivism, that's how we beat the fascists and the billionaires. I think it's possible. This has given me hope. So, be kind, be safe, stay salty, fuck ice.